My mic was muted for all of that. Wonderful.
Oh, super awkward then.
God damn it. Title T, mic, mute, hype. Alright, well, it's unmuted now, and that's what's important. And I was saying, first off, welcome back to the stream. Thanks for watching, blah, blah, blah. It's 2-0, as we can now see here on the overlay, in this best of 7 grand finals. It's the Chairs for Gaming finals, and the one thing I was going to harp on, but I do want to bring up again, is that we typically don't do a lot of North American time broadcasts. A lot of the stuff we do nowadays is usually European or Korean time zone focused, so thus early in the day, not late in the day. And I never expect to see this sort of viewership. The reason we abandoned these time zones was because we were getting like hundreds of people instead of thousands of people. But we peaked almost $2,000 during that, or dollars, I wish, 2,000 viewers during that last series. It'd be really cool if we could peak that number today as the overall goal. But still, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for enjoying the show. Thank you to Chairs for Gaming for making all this possible. Spawning here on the rightmost side of Bridgehead, though. He's up 2 points in this best of 7. Looking to put Hyun on his last life. It's the red Terran player, Byun.
And to the left on Bridgehead, it is the blue Zerg, Hyun.
Okay, so for Hyun's sake, this is where you start going like, okay, he's down 2-0, it's not looking too good. Like, how's this gonna work? And I'm kind of hoping to see him bring this back. This has been a Terran map. This has been Byun's map, though. So the likelihood of this going to like that 3-0 is pretty strong.
Yes, yes. I was not I did not notice how well Byun was doing on this map in particular until you really brought it up, but it was usually due to this really nice build he had. That's him, Reality used once, and BCQD was also using, where you go for about 5 Reapers, keep them back, and then go for a third base on location. Very greedy, very powerful follow-up of a push, and just seemingly super easy to pull off, to be honest. Because even if they get roaches, if they try and push across the map, Reaper grenades are still fairly effective at buying time. But that is not what Byun is doing here. Byun just goes for the 1 Reaper for potential scouting. You can always go through the back, and he's going into the Hellbat build again, into Liberators.
So my mic wasn't muted, but what is muted? I had to like actually go unmute it, so I don't understand. Did it get muted during the intro and I pressed a hotkey or something? I just saw my mic was muted and I was like, God damn.
Oh, well that's good, because then otherwise I just would have been staring off into space doing nothing.
Well, that's different how?
I was listening actively.
Oh, you can pretend like, okay, got it.
I was not reading the Overwatch Reddit.
Oh man, I will say this too, and we're interjecting here, guys. We've been having so much fun with Overwatch. We haven't been streaming 100% of our gameplay footage. I'm actually hoping to put out a really cool highlights video soon, but it's something where I do hope that sometime in the near-ish future. Obviously, right now it's a little too limited on beta to start throwing tournaments or anything, but Overwatch has been a hell of a lot of fun, and I love how fast-paced it is. And I do hope that when we actually start doing Overwatch content, you guys will be on the hype train for that too, because I do want to stress, once again, we will not be like dialing back on our StarCraft 2 coverage for Overwatch. We'll just be using Overwatch, at least to start, to fill in the downtime when we're not doing StarCraft. But it's been a hell of a lot of fun.
Griffin just likes all the attention he gets with all of his multi-kills.
No, too busy getting kills stolen by some. Okay, Hellions do dance around those links really nicely, but Hyun does pull the drones, and honestly, this probably won't get too many more kills. Yeah, he handles this pretty nicely compared to last time. Only 4 do go down in total.
So, that was not the Hellbat push, then.
That's what I thought was coming too, yeah.
Yeah, so you skip that step, and you do get your third base up faster, as well as your production. So, I mean, if it's not been doing well because Hyun's going for roaches all the time, which is exactly what Hyun has been doing, yeah, skip it. I would also say, like, skip the Hellions too, to be honest, because if they're not turning into Hellbats, they feel even more useless than they did in Heart of the Swarm, where they were already getting countered just by good micro from all the, you know, top tier players. But that was up to him, and his Hellions did an okay job, I suppose. They're still getting scouting, which is still important. See the Raptors on their way.
So for those who don't know, I guess just while we're waiting for this build to pick up, and I really don't think these Raptors are going to get too much done here. When we talked about Byun doing really well on this map, one of the things to talk about for that too is it's not cheese or anything like that. It's not early game wins. He's been using Ghost to kill Ultras. His late game's been looking fan-freaking-tastic. But the biggest, most noticeable thing is he's been so good at abusing the terrain here, forcing Zerg players into these chokes up and around the ramps. I mean, I'm really excited, and I'm hoping this game actually goes long so we can see a lot of that. But it has almost been exclusively Solar that's been feeling the wrath of Beyond here. So curiosity goes, will Hyun fall to the same vices here on this map?
Pretty nice positioning right there. A couple of drones. Oh, not paying attention though. Oh.
Yeah, that's fine. Queen's a little bit slow off the creep. This one actually, does that even reach the drone line? I guess no. Yeah, well, he kills it, but it's one that's like, you didn't need to.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. That could have been continued harassment. You know, that is what sucks about it. Like, maybe not much harassment, but continued pulling, you know, drones, and eventually they slip up once or twice. So, losing it as quickly as that is not ideal. I wonder if Byun knows that it is going to be a transfer over to Mutas. You know, he saw those Ravagers, kind of panicked a little bit, to be honest. He got a bunker up and whatnot, but has not seen the Spire.
Real quick shout out. I don't know who they are in Twitch chat, but Mirko Seath just upped their pledge by $1 to my Patreon. So thank you kindly, good sir. Viking up here to the north. And that's gonna clear up a little bit of creep. Nothing too crazy. I am still hopeful that we'll see some sort of skins in Legacy of the Void. I don't care much if it's units versus buildings, but I do hope we start to see something in the game, because I would love if you had these players who could, like, even if it's just like, you know, Counter-Strike, they've got these stickers you can put on guns, like you could customize decals or decals to go on like Vikings and stuff. That would be cool. The Marine shoulder pad, you could put like an Acer logo on or something. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, and we're hoping to see that with the launch of Legacy of the Void. So the drops are coming in just as the mutas are about to pop, and this is a very awkward scenario because the mutas are obviously great against drop defense as long as they get the drops before they actually drop. Otherwise, they cannot run into 16 Marines and help there.
When Ravagers die, they explode quite marvelously. All the goo inside them spilling out. Drone's getting pulled into this. Never something you want to have to do, but Drone's going down for it as well. Hyun's still sitting at about 60 behind this, but maybe not for long. Siege Tank on this side is going to get picked off, so he does defend both locations. Not incredibly well, but he does defend them, and a total of 24 drones have died so far this game, and Hyun's not picked off a single SCV. But maybe that changes now with the mutas.
Exactly. So they have a big job to fill, but they have the potential to do it. Byun's main push is ready to go, though, and this is a scary one. It's pushing across the, you know, just through the middle. Gonna siege up around the third base. There's not much creep, and it does proceed a lot faster. This is actually a tank-based attack, only a couple of Hellbats, but no Widow Mines. Wonder if we'll continue that. Actually getting a 4. Okay. These have really just become rare and rarer units, but they still have their place.
Tank's not pre-sieged.
Are there any Banelands? This is a very awkward game for Hyun. Stuck to his roaches too long. His mutas had absolutely nothing to stall this push.
Yeah, I think they were trying to pick up reinforcements, but rather than rally across, he bulked up. And now Hyun in a lot of trouble trying to break this. Siege Tank is going down from the behind, but it's not going to matter because nothing left to deal with those Marines. A couple of slow Banelands quickly get focus fired, and that's going to be map number 3. And Byun will continue his undefeated record, question mark, on Bridgehead.
He's also undefeated in this tournament, right?
Today,
Solar.
oh yeah, 2-0 or 3-0 in Solar, and now 3-0 in Hyun. If Byun takes the whole tournament today with like a 4-0 here and a, oh my god, I can't. He's too good, Zombigo. He's too good. He's too good.
But it's so odd because he had trouble against Hyun. Even though he ended up winning, it was still a 3-2 yesterday. What changed?
Maybe this is more on Hyun than it is Byun. I don't know, but it's only $50 if Hyun loses, and I know Hyun loves his prize money, so we'll see if he can claw back from defeat. He is one loss away from throwing it all away, though, guys, so stick around.